everyone, it's your girl Felicia. Hi Felicia. On my menu is Southern style meatloaf with a brown sugar glaze. It is delicious and I want to share it with you, and you can share it with your family. With no delays, let's get to it. Alright, I got all my ingredients together, and I really love meatloaf, and I think you probably love it too. Mostly everybody that I know like meatloaf. And I got my ground beef. I'm using a 93% lean, which is 7% fat. And you can use any type of ground beef that if you want, but this is what I prefer. And so when I do get ready to put my meatloaf in the oven, because it's 93% lean, I'm gonna cover my meatloaf up, cover it up with some aluminum foil so it won't dry it as quick. So that's the tip. So right now I'm just gonna add my ingredients first, and I'm gonna put my gloves on. And I'm gonna start off with some onion. These are yellow onions. And how many pounds I got? This is exactly 3.11 pounds. Sometimes I use 2 pounds, but I'm using a little bit more. So I'm going to have to probably add a little bit more ingredients, and I will determine that after I mix all my stuff up, so I need to add anything extra. But I got my yellow onion, and it's finely chopped. And you want to preheat your oven at 350 degrees or maybe 375. I'm going to bake mine at 350 degrees. So I got my onion here. So I'm using 1 scoop. I did chop this up already, and I may add more. And also next, I'm going to add my finely diced bell pepper. So I just use like a half of a large bell pepper. And next I'm going to add my eggs. This is 2 large eggs, slightly beaten. And I'm going to add my breadcrumbs. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to do almost a half cup. I'm going to do almost a cup of breadcrumbs. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because I'm doing that. Put that to the side. And I'm going to add some onion powder. Yes, I got added onion powder, and I got onion in there. Some garlic powder. Some pepper. And I do have some fresh parsley flakes. Sometimes I don't, mostly I use the dried kind, but I, chose to use some fresh today. And I'm going to add some French fried onions. Okay. My husband loves meatloaf, and I like it too, and I'm making this for him tonight. And I'm going to take me some of these onions. This is going to add a little bit more flavor in it. And I'm going to crunch some up in here. Some people add milk to their meatloaf. I won't be adding any to mine. And make sure I got all my ingredients. And some people add a little salt. I might add some, but usually I don't add salt to my meatloaf because it's salt already in this little French onion, so, and then the ketchup and stuff like that. So, and this I'm gonna add some Worcestershire sauce. Got it right. You want to add at least about 1 tablespoon, 1 to 2 tablespoons. Well, at least 2. Add a little bit more. And I'm going to add some ketchup. You can add about 2 to 3 tablespoons. I'm just going to squish that in right now because I may add more. So I'm just going by. I just don't measure sometimes. Because sometimes I use 2 pounds, 3 pounds, and I have to add a little more or not. So I'm going to just get all your ingredients in. I'm going to mix it all together. I haven't made meatloaf in a minute. So I was like, asked my husband, I said, do you want some meatloaf? He said, yeah, sure. And usually typically what we have with meatloaf, we have potatoes, cream potatoes. But tonight, I'm going to make some fried garlic and onion parmesan potatoes with these. And I'm going to steam some green beans. So that's what we're going to have with this. And you want to make sure you just mix this in well. And you want your because I got like 3 pounds of this, I'm going to add a little bit more of these breadcrumbs. You want to make sure that the meatloaf get bind together real good. And I'm going to mix some more in here. Mix it up. And I'm going to add the rest of my onion. So that onion I did add like, maybe it was a medium onion because I had a large onion. And I had a medium onion and I diced it up. Well, ooh, I can smell those good seasoning. And I'm going to add a little bit more onion powder, just a little. I'll have to clean those off good. A little more garlic powder. Because I just sprinkle it in there. And I may add some more ketchup because I really like that. And some more of that onion. So I gotta just clean my hands off with this paper towels. Because I'm gonna dip inside of my onions. And I hope you had a great day today. Pour some in my hands. These onions gonna make it good. Some people, they don't add the breadcrumbs, they add Ritz crackers. Put that in there. Mix this up well. And I'm going to add me a little bit more ketchup. I love, love, love ketchup in my meatloaf. Just going to squirt a little bit more. Sometimes you can just go by like what you think you need to add in there, because you can add as much as you want and less as you want, but you really want your meatloaf, you don't want it dry. That's for sure. And you want to make sure that you don't cook it too long in the oven. You want it firm, that it'll stay together. And sometimes you can just shake it like that. If it's not staying together, you probably need to add another egg or some more breadcrumbs, because you want to make sure it holds together. And I'm going to add just a little bit more because I really didn't do any measurements except that one time. And I think this is going to be it. And I'm going to continue to mix this, and I'll be back so I can shape up this meatloaf. All right, I'm ready to shape this up. Take my meatloaf out. And I think everybody knows how to shape up a meatloaf. And I'm going to just press this all together, and I'm going to be shaping this up. I had to get out my big pan. And you don't have to put any parchment paper in, but I did because, like I say, parchment paper is my friend. It's for easy cleanup. So I'm going to shape this, and I'll be back. All right, I'm back, and I got my meatloaf shaped. And one thing about the meatloaf, you want to make sure that you dice up your onions and your peppers. If you're going to put peppers in it, make sure you dice it up really good. I didn't dice mine up as small as I want it to be. And because that way it will make, when you get ready to cut your meatloaf, it won't just be breaking off. Because you got big pieces of onions and bell peppers in it. It's not going to really cut like you want to. And so I did, and make sure you keep mixing it and mixing it. I didn't do a lot on camera, but off camera I did, you know, kept patting it till it sort of got firm, and then I just shaped it up. And so this is ready to go in the oven to bake. And let me take these gloves off. So I'm finished with those. And I'm going to cut this excess parchment paper off, so it will like start browning in it. So, you know, just have enough in there. And so I did put me some cooking oil down in the pan so it can sort of stick to it. And I'm not going to cover with the aluminum foil right now. But I'm just it may not need any because it's pretty moist, even though it's like 93% lean. And this is going to oven to bake for like 40 and 45 minutes. And while this is in the oven baking, I'm going to start next on the brown sugar glaze. All right, the brown sugar glaze is so easy to make. And all you're going to need is 3/4 cup of ketchup. And you know you will be putting this on the meatloaf right after it's done. 1 teaspoon of white vinegar. Make sure I don't pour too much. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And we're gonna just mix this together. And your brown sugar glaze will be ready to go. So when this meatloaf is done, we're going to put this on our meatloaf. And while I'm ready for my meatloaf to get finished, I'm going to start on my potatoes. So if you like to have that recipe, just look for it in my videos. And it is a fried garlic and onion parmesan potatoes. I'll be back. All right, I did put me some foil over this about maybe after 20 minutes, about half of it baking. And I did cover it up with aluminum foil. You don't have to, it's up to you. And you see how that separation is in my meatloaf? That's because I didn't finally cut up my my bell peppers and my onions up, and so this will cause a separation. But it's ready to get this brown sugar glaze on top and back in the oven. It's going uncovered. So I'm gonna put this glaze on it. This brown sugar glaze is delicious. Sometimes I like to add some make a little extra, and so I can just put it separately on my meatloaf, just like when I slice it, and just have that extra on there. So you can make up some more, and I'm going to make up me some more. So this back in the oven for like 15 minutes, uncovered, and I got my my potatoes cooking over there for my meatloaf, and I got to do my beans. See you soon. All right, I just took my meatloaf out of the oven, and it is ready. And I'm going to let this sit about 15 minutes, and I'm going to remove my whole meatloaf out of this pan for all this grease and oil. And while that was doing, I made me some more of that brown sugar glaze, and I've heated it up in my little non-stick pot on the stove to make it a little warm. And I got my potatoes to go with it. So I cooked my potatoes. They're ready to go. And I got my beans steaming in this pot. So I got that steaming. And that's the last thing to be finished is my beans. I'm gonna let this sit so I can get ready to cut it and fix my husband and I a plate. All right, this has been cool for 15 minutes, and I am ready to cut this. Cut it on this end. A little end piece. And that's how it's looking. Got a little ketchup on it. And then put this in another dish. So let you see it. How I look when I slice it. Now let me add the rest of my food to my plate. I am finished with this Southern style meatloaf with brown sugar glaze. It's easy, delicious, and I know that it will be one for you and your family will enjoy. And if you'd like to have this recipe, just look down below in the description box. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. At any time that I might stream live or upload a video, just hit that notification bell. And as always, have a blessed and wonderful day. This is your girl, Felicia. Bye.